Hello, welcome back to Tarot Time with Andy. This is Teaching Tuesday. I apologize for not getting this up earlier. I almost forgot, but someone reminded me. With the holiday weekend, I kind of got my days mixed up. Honest mistake. So here we go, you guys. Going to start with the Chariot. There's the Chariot. So the Chariot here, as you can see, this is the driver. What drives you card. That's basically what they like to say with this is the question. What drives you? It is to push forward. It is advancement. In reverse, this person doesn't know what drives them. They don't know what drives them, and they have a lack of direction. And they're not able to push forward. Here, you push forward. Here, you do not push forward. Let's go to the symbology. On here, I think I will try and use a pen. On here, you will see on the shoulders, there's little moons right there, little moons. And those little moons is the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is buried, as we know, and that is the unknown problems and struggles that face us. That's that typical moon energy we get on the moon card. As you can see, all the little stars here, that would be the chakras. He's got a chakra crown on, so that's wanting to have higher self, rely on the higher self to push forward. You got the stars, hoping to go in the right direction. You know, you want to go in the right direction, being aware of problems and struggles with the moon, higher self with the chakras on the crown. The wand represents power and domination. These two forces here, down here, those two animals there, that represents duality in opposing forces. So they realize that they could run into problems because we got that moon there that knows that there's going to be some problems along the journey as well. And you can see the palace in the back. So like they're leaving their comfort zone, basically. And we got the wings. You know, they like to fly. They like to go fast is how I see that. And the card being yellow, I would say that would be sunshine, happiness, trying to go to the light, trying to go towards joy. And so that's basically how I would see that with that. If it's in reverse, the person's lost sight of their goals and they've given up control. They just don't have the control over themselves. They've given up the control. They allow maybe someone else to be in control of themselves. They're not in control. And they might find an alternate route or abandon the course altogether. Here, very aggressive. You know, they found the vehicle to progress forward. They know where they're going. They want to speed ahead. They want that conquest, conquer, take care of business, energy. So that is the Chariot. And I will show you a book now that you might be interested in. And it is right here. It is called The Tarot. It's a coloring book, and it's about $20 off Amazon. I think that's what I paid for it. And it's got everything in there. Upright, reverse, describes everything. You can color everything, as you can see. And I typically just highlighted. I'm not bothering with the coloring of it. But what I did do was highlight the certain aspects of the symbology is what I did. Because I'm not concerned about the rest of the image. I just want to highlight the symbolism. And so that's how I figured was probably the best way to go about it if you really want to get to it quickly. But if you're into coloring, color it. I think it's a pretty cool buy, especially if you have a child, someone that you want them to get into tarot. I think this is really good for kids especially. But I think it's really been kind of nice for myself as well. So, you know, it wasn't necessary for me, obviously, but I just wanted to give it a shot and take a look at it. I think it's a good buy. And I'm going to find the Hierophant here. And here's the Hierophant, which we are going to next. So there's the Hierophant. And as you can see, the Hierophant, it's like the Emperor. And it is sort of the Pope card. In a lot of respects, it's referred to as the Pope card. And it is leaning towards higher learning, conformity. It's also conformity, such as marriage alliances, institutions, firms, corporations. It's following the path. It's having wise elders. It's sort of placing rules of reason on people. In reverse, the Hierophant has clouded insight for the most part. The Hierophant is rebellious, self-righteous. It's filled with shame and immoral. And it's non-conformity, refusing to conform. So, and it also symbolizes an abuse of power of an authority figure, taking advantage of their position. Okay, and so anyways, it is the Pope, kind of the Pope here, symbolism. So it represents the keys. He's holding some keys. I guess that's a key right there. And that symbolizes giving his blessing, giving his blessing. And then we have here, oh, the key's right here. I guess that's the key. And then we have here it's religious authority. Yeah, not much symbolism. Oh, there's the keys. The keys are at the bottom. I don't usually use symbology. I just use the meanings, but there are keys at the bottom. So there's not a lot of symbology here, it's saying. It's just the hand. The hand symbolizes giving blessing. The keys represent spiritual knowledge. And that's the only symbology that they truly give. But you can see he's got the crown on the head. The pillars, I would say that these pillars here, right here, and right here, as you can see, represent stability. You know, it's a structure. So I would say that's the stability. And it obviously depends on the help and people being in agreement to join that foundation, to join that train of thought, basically, because they got the keys and these people are listening. And his feet are solid on the ground. Looks like there's some pentacles on the ground here, so that would be sort of earth energy. And the robe, you know, is sort of intimidating, sort of an intimidating person. And the chair kind of is a solid structure, so there's that solid sort of image. So they're supposed to represent, you know, being a real solid, grounded individual. But in reverse, they're not. They go haywire. They don't go along with the conformity. They're totally carving their own path, and it can get very destructive because they're not following the rules of order, and they get themselves into a pickle, kind of like somebody we know. And so that's rebellion and abuses in the reverse position. So that is the Hierophant, and that is that book, and it is a good one. You should consider it, but not necessarily if you don't have to. It's not a big deal. I learned without it. So back to doing 2-card spreads. Let's say you got these 2 cards. Let's say someone wanted to push forward with marriage. That's what this could read right here. Someone decided to accept the marriage and push forward is how that could read. Someone decided to join the corporation or the firm. Someone decided, you know, to become Catholic or any other religion. And in reverse, that could be divorce. You know, I'm divorcing myself from that company. I'm divorcing myself from that relationship. In the reverse, it could be someone decided to leave the marriage. So there's another divorce. That could be another way of saying, oh, I decided I'm not pushing for it. I'm not taking the job. I'm not joining the firm. I'm leaving the firm. I'm not staying in this marriage. I'm going to leave. This isn't working for me. So yeah, they can go either way. This way, it does mean the same thing, regardless of which way it goes on there. So it can have the same meaning as guess is what I'm trying to say, yes. So there's that. So that's kind of how that would play out. And so with the 2-card spread, if you do 2-card spread, like I've said before, you can just get a regular bicycle deck, or you can get your tarot deck, and you can just ask, tell me more about the Chariot. Why is this Chariot here? If you don't understand something, you need to know more, you just pull. Shuffle and pull. Boom, I grabbed it, stick it there. Pull 3. Pull 3. Pull 3 clarifiers. That will give you a really good indicator. So what would that mean? That would mean this person decided that they had been fence sitting. 5 represent conflicts. So they realized there was too many conflicts and they'd been fence sitting. And they decided, they thought about cutting the person out. They weren't sure at first because they were fence sitting, but it's looking like they want to, because we got the executioner card here. And they want to find a new cornucopia with the 8s. The Eight of Diamonds. They want to make their own money. They want to go their own way. They're not going to join that firm. They're not going to join that, take that job, take that marriage, that they are going to take action to overcome a problem. And so that's how you can do that. So just go down, do 3 cards. 3 cards is very easy to get a very thorough reading. And then based on that, whatever outcome you have from here, you can ask the cards again. Okay, so this person decides that they're con artists and they were fence sitting and they really want their cornucopia, and they realize they're not going to get what they want from this job or from this position, from this person. So then you can ask, okay, you can pull out a tarot deck. So you can ask for advice from Spirit. Hey, Spirit, what should I do next? If this is personal, what should I do next to make this more comfortable for myself? And you could shuffle. What should I do next to make this super comfortable for myself so I can get out of this easier and, with less bruises and scratches? How can I get out of this, or how can I resolve this easier? And you can shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And a lot of times what I will do in a personal spread when it's for myself or someone I love, sometimes I will just go straight to the situation, go straight to the middle, pull it out, because that's the center of the heart of the situation. Pull it out. I got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is to rely on your inner knowing, your gut feeling. So basically it's saying go with that inner gut feeling. You know what to do. You already have the answer. Go with it. That inner, that knock, knock, knock on you is telling you, listen, don't ignore it. So that's what that would be. And at the bottom of the deck, Death. You need to do this for yourself, for your own transformation. Do it, and that it being where it's aspected with the higher self card, secrets, knowledge, intuition. This isn't death. This is transformation. So this person, it really wants to make a transformation, is how that would read out. They really made that decision. They want to get out of there. And as a result, they're going to listen to their higher self. They're going to listen to their intuition so that they can get that transformation. And so you could do that. Go straight to the center of the deck and at the bottom of the deck. And then you could pull 3 cards if you want. 3 cards, center end of deck. And you can get a pretty clear answer right there, as I just did. So, you can do the 2 cards first, center and bottom of the deck. Consciousness, subconsciousness. Subconsciously, this person's fearing death, literal fearing death if they stay. That the job will kill them, or this person is just going to put me 6 feet under. So they have to listen to their intuition here. So that center of the deck and the bottom of the deck is very, very effective. Don't be afraid to do it. And then after you do that, you could pull your 3 cards, or you could pull your 3 cards, then go to the center and the bottom of the deck. It's however you want to do it. But I just happen to do it that way. So that is a way to handle it. And same with this, tell me more about that Hierophant. Tell me more about that Hierophant. What should this person do? That's one. Oh, go on a new path. Go on a path that's right for you to avoid the tower crashing moment to a lesser degree. And let's go straight to the bottom of the deck. Subconsciously. Subconsciously at the bottom of the deck, this person is afraid of losing strength, becoming weak. Don't want to get weak. Don't want to get weak. And consciously, this person is fearing losing their voice. King of Swords in reverse. They're afraid they're going to lose their power and lose their voice and their ability to think intellectually and to be able to cut people out when they need to and lose their strength. Really, literally lose their strength and lose their voice, because swords is intellect and conversation and being heard. Afraid of not being heard on that job, afraid of being, treated poorly. But this person also, with the King of Swords in reverse, is getting pretty nasty. So they're also afraid of becoming nasty and having horrible relations with other people on the job or in the situation. They realize it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly being in this position. And there will be a lot of ugly words exchanged. And so they realize that they need to get out because they got to keep their strength, keep their voice, keep their opinions to themselves for the most part, to avoid a major crashing tower moment. It's just to a lesser degree to say no. And it would be the right thing to do to go down a different path, go down a path, get out. So that's how that would read. I hope you enjoyed this and get started doing this on your own. And I hope that this helps. And once again, the numbers is ace. All aces is beginnings in a spark. 2s are partnerships. 3s are creation. 4s are stability. 5s is conflicts. 6 is harmony. 7 is gaining experience. 8 is an action to overcome. 9 is fulfillment and you're getting close. 10 is endings and closures. Until next time, until next Teaching Tarot Tuesday, enjoy your evening and I hope this helps. Bye, you guys.